Hello everyone, welcome back to Hopsy. We are continuing on. There's only 2 more machines left. We have vaccine and then whatever's next. We just finished Oopsie. I filmed that this morning. For you guys who probably won't get the video for maybe at least till tomorrow. But of course today we're going to be going through basically sudo exploitation, which I think is pretty similar to what we did with syscall exploitation in the last video, but it's for SQL or like databases. Then of course SQL injection, we've done a little bit of that, but this one might be harder. Password cracking, remote code execution. So let's just get straight into it. Of course, we're going to copy IP. We're going to read the first question, which basically means we need to instantly go into an Nmap scan. So let's do it. Now while the Nmap scan is running, we'll have a quick look. This service can be configured to allow login with any password for specific username. What is that username? So I have a feeling it's going to be FTP. Because FTP allows anonymous login. We've done this in a previous machine. So let's just wait. Okay, so 21, 22, 80. So 21 is FTP. So as expected, we're going to write FTP. Then we are going to move on to the service can be configured to allow, yep, we already know that. So you basically just call the FTP service on the IP address. Then it's going to ask you for a name. We are going to go with anonymous. Then we're going to specify no password, so just enter immediately. We log in immediately. We find the backup thing, so we're just going to call get 2021 backup.zip. Failed to open file. Interesting, but anyway, so we know it's anonymous. Then we are going to what is the name of the file over the downloaded server, so it's backup.zip. So we're now going to go back and fix not getting that file. So I'm pretty sure I just misspelt it. Get backups.zip. Again, I misspelt it. There we go. Now we can exit, ls, unzip, backup.zip. So what I did end up doing is kind of just clicking through the password. I mean, obviously we don't have it, so we do, I guess, need to find it somehow. If we go to here, it kind of alludes what we need to do. So what script comes to John the Ripper toolset generates a hash from protective zip archive. So if I just jump back and then I pull this over, you basically have this website, Stack Exchange. Have a look. You can use zip to John and then file location and send it to a txt file which will have the hash in it. So that's how we get the hash. So let's real quick use it, zip to John. John backup.zip, pipe to backup.txt. You can see that because I already tested some of this stuff. Make sure it works. I can't spell right now. I remember when we were bullying our teachers in university because they couldn't type. Okay, this zip looks pretty good. Now we need to use John properly. So if I just real quick help. I don't think I need anything other than word list because it's just like a basic hash. Yeah, cool. Word list is the whole thing. If it would let me scroll down, that'd be great. So John were w equals /user /share/word list /rocku.txt. I always forget that path directory, but I'm sure the more I do it, the better I'll get. Okay, awesome. We now have a password. So let's just try and unzip the backup.zip file. So 7418529963. And cool, so I think now if I ls, we have style.css and php index.php. I don't believe there'll be anything in style.csv, but let's just have a quick geese. Yeah, I'm not bothering to read that. There's not going to be anything there. If I could go to the bottom, cat index.php. Now I'll bother reading this. Username equals admin and password equals this. That's crazy that they'll just leave that in plain text. But I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy it, and I'm just going to leave it on my sidebar here where I save all this stuff. But yeah, anyway, we'll go on to the next part, which will be actually answering this, which I hope, I mean, that's what we used. So, okay, what is the password for the admin user on the website? Again, we just found that, so we are going to, that is not the admin user on the website. Maybe I need to actually use I might need to use this in a different way, so I'll quickly have a quick look. I might need to re-nmap scan and see. I think there's a database that I might need to attack with this, and I'll see you when I work that part out. So this part will be quite short. It was pretty easy to tell what the problem was. If you read it again, this has like nothing in front of it, but then this had MD5, and MD5 is kind of just encryption. So if you go here and just write MD5 to plain text, you'll find a, which one? Maybe we'll just use the first one. And then you just decrypt it. Decrypt. Come on. Come on, little decryptor. There we go. QWERTY 789. So a very simple password. I don't know if you guys know what QWERTY is, but QWERTY is just like the first 5 letters on your keyboard. And then 789, I guess, is just easy numbers, so it's not so easy to break. So there we go, we made it in. We have the password, so I can put QWERTY 789. And now we move on to what option can we pass to Sqlmap to try and get the command execution via SQL injection. Again, I'll need to have a quick look, but I'll see you when I work that out. So very quick interjection, it wasn't too hard. So obviously they just want to know what option. So if you come here, I already tried messing with it a little bit, but it's OS shell because that prompts for an interactive operating system shell. So I assume that means you could get execution via like the SQL. So we're going to do OS shell. OS shell. So I just cut the recording, but obviously OS shell was correct. Then to move on to what program can the Postgres user run as root using sudo, we have a lot to do. Like we can't do that really just out of the bat. So we know that the search bar is injectable, and why it's important is because we can basically run. It's called Sqlmap. So I've done it quite a few times already. I'll show you the changes you need to make. So basically U is just the domain you're attacking. So in this case, we need to change it to 10.129.39.3254. And then this is of course search, because we know that the search here is what we want to attack. Then if we just jump back, you can see the cookie. So we need the cookie, and you can get the cookie by coming into here, more tools, web developer tools, in storage, and then this is the cookie value. So we're just gonna steal the cookie value. Sometimes I need to like copy a few times to make sure it's copied correctly. Come here, delete the old cookie. So basically I just reset the machine so I could do this from the start. And now we're going to connect. It's also going to ask a few questions. So it looks like Postgres Do you want to skip? Yes. So we obviously want to skip all the tests. No, we don't really care because we're doing this OS shell connect. If you don't have the OS shell, it kind of just shows you all the vulnerabilities. I mean, it's already testing all the vulnerabilities anyway. But this one is specifically to get that OS shell. So while we wait, well, actually, we just need to wait at this point. It shouldn't be too long. I can set up the web server. So if you remember how I used to do stuff, we have the PHP reverse shell. So if I set up the Python 3m HTTP server 8000, this will let us do a wget on the server to pull search as vulnerable. No, we don't care about other parameters. So this will basically just let us pull on the PHP. I've seen people do it other ways, but I mean, I looked after I completed this machine. Don't worry, guys. But I'm going to do it, the way I think is the easiest, which is basically just wget this onto the machine. Okay, so we're in OS shell. So if I just copy, let me pull this up. You guys can't see, but I just have like the commands I used saved. On the side here, wget, I need to change the no, I don't. Let's just hope this is correct. So paste clipboard, I'm pretty sure I don't care about. We don't really need to. Yeah, we have a 200, which means it's correct. Which basically means if I ls and then yes, while that loads, I can do the nc lvnp 3004. So this is all we did. Again, just downloaded it across the server. We can now see it's here. We're now listening with netcat. So if we do php reverse shell.php, I don't really care about what comes back. We now have reverse shell. You can ls, which is pretty good. So there's a few things I want to do first. I'm obviously going to do, so we have a proper terminal. So there we are, standard Python spawning. And now I believe what they want us to run is sudo l. What program can the postgres? Yeah, okay. So to determine that, just do sudo l. But basically what's going to happen is going to ask for a password, which we don't have. And you can do it a few ways. The way I did it initially was just to do the find / name, and then I just searched by like all password like this. But because I know where it is, we're not going to spend time scroll. There's a lot. I think more than 100 files open. So we're just going to go here. We're going to ls it. You're going to see dashboard.php, dashboard.php. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background, but not much I can do about it. Okay. And you're basically going to see, well, we are, oh, if I write who am I, that's probably important to say. We are Postgres. And why we need Postgres is we just need the password. So here we go, we have the Postgres password. And why Postgres password is important, because if I sudo l, we now need a password. So we know we are Postgres, so this will work. Ooh. This will in fact work. Okay, awesome. So we can see none of this is really helpful. User Postgres may run the following commands on vaccine. And why this is important is because we're basically able to do it like this. So we can run sudo /bin/v. And I did lol, but that's not the file you can run it on. You can specifically only run it on this file here, the conf file, which really doesn't matter much, because like you don't care what you're writing to the file, and you'll see in a second. All that really matters is how you exit the file, because we're going to exit the file with terminal. Ooh. I'm pretty sure I spelt that right. Maybe I didn't. Okay. We're just going to copy it. It's probably way easier anyway. Awesome. So I'm not sure why I didn't ask for the password that time. It did in my last run through, but none of it inherently matters. So we're now in this file. We don't really care anything about this file, to be honest. So we're just going to do the semicolon, and then we're going to do exclamation mark /bin/bash, and then we'll press enter, and it should, there we go. Okay, so I don't think clear exists. Can I clear? No. Okay. Well, we are now root, which is super important. And what I want to do real quick is I want to just write vi, because that is, of course, the program. Again, oh, and I've been kicked out. Awesome. But we can see the program up here is vi. So that's all that matters. So of course I managed to reset the machine. I really don't know why this machine always be throwing, but this is really the easiest part. You just find the file names, they're always the same. Nothing crazy. So if I just cat this directory, awesome, there we go. That is the first flag. Hopefully my machine survives until the next flag. So awesome, user flag submitted. Then we're going to do find /name root.txt, and I swear it was in the last. It's always in the directory, but you know you can never be too sure. So might as well just search up. So there we go. That is the final flag. I hope you enjoyed. Again, this is one of those machines where I kind of started it, and I was pretty confident I'll finish it quickly. The step between finding the plain text password after getting the reverse shell, for some reason I was messing around with like SQL still and Postgres, but it was a in plain text. I wasted so much time. But anyway, if you liked the video, please comment, like, subscribe, whatever. We are literally one starting point box away from being able to do actual machines. So I'm pretty excited for that. Of course, we won't be doing any like non-retired machines because that's pretty frowned down upon. So, you know, I might just post some updates if I do like an actual machine that can't be shown. But if not, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.